So earlier today, I heard the greatest take ever.
Okay.
This dude I know and his girlfriend were fighting because he was making jokes. Apparently, they're watching The Umbrella Academy. And I guess one of the characters comes out as trans like 3 seasons in. And he goes, and he just keeps calling them by different guys' names. Like whenever they say something in the show, he'll be like, yeah, whatever, Trevor. You know what I mean? Just changing the name just to be a dick or whatever. And his girl got mad about it. And they had like a whole situation. And he was telling me about it, bitching, whatever. He goes, just wait till she finds out I'm a little bit against interracial dating. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? You're going to have to explain that, big dog. And he's like, listen, I understand that most interracial couples are real couples that are really into each other for real reasons and such and such. And I'm not against that. It's not the fact that they're different races. He goes, it's the fact that there's a percentage of people that only date certain people of certain races because of some sort of fetish. And when you're fetishizing these people, right, it is innately racist. To be like, oh, I only want to be with this person because they're black, and I know that'll piss somebody off in my family or whatever the fuck, which is fetishizing someone, which is racism. So realistically, he's not saying he's against interracial dating when it's genuine. He's against the part of it that is okayed kind of to be against. I was like, damn, bro, that's kind of insightful for you. Huh. It was one of those people you wouldn't expect to say something that insightful and nuanced. What's your opinion on interracial dating? I see you got your tattoo covered up.
Covered up?
Yeah, you know, the rebel flag tattoo.
Oh, the rebel flag, yeah.
If you wanted me to harmonize, you needed to harmonize to begin with.
Yeah, I made a sound.
I made a bad one.
Welcome back to Millennial Suck Podcast, millennialsuckpodcast.com, live from the Bump Yard. Dylan, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
We are here.
And we're fucking hot.
Yeah, it is definitely hot.
It's hot as shit. Shout out to Foreman Creative. As always, with us is Christian Barrix. We all know Christian Barrix. I don't need to give him a big intro. The baby's back. How you doing,
oh,
boy?
Man, is this what a relapse feels like?
Oh, I hope so. No, I've done that before. It feels very different.
Just kidding.
I mean, doing things that are bad for your health, again, it's close enough.
How we doing, babies?
You know, just being a virgin for Christ.
Oh, yeah.
We're all going to heaven,
Donald
baby.
Trump? No, just kidding. Just kidding, wherever the camera is.
How have you been? More importantly, that was loud as shit.
It's been an up and down year. Like there's a lot of great things going on in my life and a lot of not so great things going on in my life. But for all in all, I'm good at the moment.
I was going to ask, before we get going any further, I don't do this a lot because I think it's corny and cliche. How are you mentally? Because the first few months of this year were pretty hard for you.
Yes. The first few months were devastating for me, and I can talk about it. I'm cool.
I was going to say, I want to ask questions just so people know.
Absolutely. But I'll just do the rundown for you. My brother died in January. We were only a year apart. We were super close.
Rest in peace.
Travis. Rest in peace. And so that hit me like a gut punch. And then one of my best friends lost his battle to depression, is what I like to call it. Because you know what I'm trying. Yeah, in April, and I wasn't even over. Well, I'll never be over, but hadn't even like mentally recovered.
You still,
I wasn't even close to mentally.
You still weren't back to being a person.
I mean, it's still fresh. Like the reason we went away to New York for my birthday is because I just didn't want to be here for my birthday without Travis. You know, the first one at least. You know, I couldn't deal with the stuff. So all that happened at the same time. Band's doing the best it's ever done. Which is crazy.
I mean, that's
we
cool.
We did like a bunch of we've traveled, done one tour now, and we got another one coming. Like,
you guys are besties with Dead Cassette?
Yeah, we love Dead Cassette.
I love those guys.
And then work is awesome too. That stuff's great.
You still slanging drinks?
Sure am, downtown.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I want to say also, while we're on a serious talk, thank you for providing at least a little bit of extra income in my home when I was incapable of doing so, which is something I waited till right this second to say, because I wanted everyone who hears this to know that you guys specifically bought merch from us, not us, but you bought designs from Alyssa for merch, not just because she's talented, but because you knew we needed the money.
Yeah, well, for one, they were awesome.
Well, yeah, obviously she's a beast. But
two, it is. That's how it should be.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Everything helped in that time. And I actually have a stack of cash here as payback. I'm just kidding. If I just handed you like $100 or like $300, like that's for all the help.
That's monopoly money.
We don't live in Canada, and these are outdated in Canada. Is it a loony?
A loony. I've been to Canada once, so I do know what a loony is. But when I first got there, I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? We need loonies? What's going on? And then I realized that's what they call the currency.
So anyway, you said Spirit Board's been doing well. What have you guys been doing lately?
We got a lot on the docket coming up. We took a little time off just to prepare for everything. We had a huge spring, early summer. It's like a stretch of 17 shows. I mean, gosh, I can't even. We did a tour through Chicago, Carbondale, Toledo, Erie, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. We did
Gardendale?
Carbondale.
Oh, that's even worse. What is that?
It's a place in Illinois.
Is it a small town that sucks?
It's a college town.
Oh.
It was actually a really cool show.
What college is in Carbondale, Illinois?
Bro, I forget the name, but I can tell you
Carbondale
this.
State, bro?
I can tell you this. That town wouldn't exist if that college wasn't there. like it's literally like the only.
Oh, you mean like what's the town that Nelsonville, which is where Hocking Hills College
probably.
is. If Hocking Hills College wasn't in Nelsonville would cease to exist.
It was our first time playing it like I hate the term frat house because it wasn't, but it was. You know what I mean?
Like it wasn't a frat house, but it felt like one because the city
It was definitely
sucked.
a college. Like a bunch of college kids lived in this house.
Yeah,
and we played in the basement, but it was also like a set up basement for it was cool. It was one of the cooler shows, actually. It was fun.
What's it like playing for people 10 years younger than you?
It's so funny you say that because I was just talking about it depends on where we're playing. So like in Chicago, they were all our age. And I think that makes sense because it's a larger city. And, obviously our influences are all from the same time period. So like people that came out to our show were
obviously if you're making music influenced by music,
yes.
and you
listen to that music,
the people that like that music are going to come to you as well.
But when you play a show like Carbondale, oh man, it's weird.
Well, it's called Carbondale.
Yeah, well, I meant like I should have said like when you're playing like in a college town for college students, it's a different feel.
Yeah,
they go hard.
Yes.
And it is hard to keep up with but they don't know how to mosh right. It's hilarious.
What do you mean? How do you mosh wrong?
Well,
you either hit people or you shove them. Either way, mission accomplished.
When I say they go hard, they're out there dancing wrong, but they're doing it a lot.
I still failed sometimes to reconcile with the fact that mosh pits now don't involve physical contact as much.
Bro, seriously.
It's
almost like
I talk about,
to do like
when I shit on hardcore shows, for example, which is frequent. I have a good reason for it. When I was coming up, it was in the mid 2000s. Metalcore and hardcore didn't have a split. Everybody played together. There was 50 people at every show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was super underground still. The core genre was just being born. And when we would do pits, bro, we were fucking hitting each other.
Oh, yeah.
I've literally been to the hospital for stitches twice before the age of 18, exclusively dedicated to mosh pits.
I think I've talked about this on this show before. I in Florida, I watched someone pick up one of those aluminum the benches and throw it into the mosh. Dude, it was crazy.
There was a straight edge band called Suicide Pact. They were playing in the Trenton Fish Club, which is you've been there. We've done family stuff there, but it's that big green building in Trenton. It's just looks like it's a warehouse in a field. But anyway, it literally is like a 200 person capacity, and we were full up. And the dude was just chucking steel chairs into the fucking crowd, dude, right? So
some WWE fans,
that was the mosh pits I grew up in.
Same.
And then eventually they pretty much all became circle pits and push pits.
I don't mind
except for hardcore dancing. And hardcore dancing is what we used to do, but we were actually hitting each other.
Yes, but
my problem with hardcore shows is that everybody in a hardcore show mosh pit wants to hit people so bad, but they only hit the people on the outside of the goddamn pit. They never hit each other. If you want to hit someone in a mosh pit, hit the other people who are in there to hit people. Don't hit the 16-year-old girl trying to watch her boyfriend play his first show. And that's why I shit on hardcore shows. It's also why I don't go to them.
I will say this. I kind of like it now because it's almost like it's a lot more organized chaos now than it used to be.
Well, it's more dancey now. It's not about the violence.
But that's okay because who the hell is trying to go to a show to end up at the hospital, especially when...
Well, we say that because we already went to the hospital at shows and we're in our 30s.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you're 22, who gives a fuck, dude? Let's go to the hospital.
Scraping up like change out of a couch just to get into a show that was $5.
When I was 22 years old, I used to literally pick fights with strangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're a different breed.
On purpose. You know what I mean? Like, when you're 22, dude, that's the time to go to the hospital. I don't want to go now. I got a fucking deductible and shit. Yeah. It's a whole situation. My parents don't pay my medical bills. That's why I'm fucking thousands of dollars in debt right now. You want to pay my debt?
If I had,
you want to buy a piece of art off of Alyssa for $7,000?
Nope, I don't.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, that's what it costs now.
Just slide that Monopoly money right back.
Just give me my fucking loons back, bitch. Tell me about this hot sauce.
Heck yeah!
Don't do that again.
Heck yeah!
Heck yeah! You sounded like you're on a fucking infomercial,
dude,
bro.
It's awesome.
Listen to me. I know it's been a while since you've podcasted with us, right? But you don't need to be a character. You can just be a person. You literally went, heck yeah! Like you were fucking selling me the hot sauce. Yeah. I just asked you to tell me about it.
I am going to tell you about it. So this sauce is called Heck Yeah! No,
be a person, dog.
I am a person. What? Why am I getting shit on?
I don't know.
You tell me about the hot sauce.
It's fucking gay. No, I don't know. I haven't.
Do you want to try it?
I haven't.
It's not that hot.
I really, it's because I haven't seen you in a long time and I miss you. And I remember I used to be mean to you in here, even though I'm really not that mean to most people in here now.
Well, do you remember how mosh pits used to have fights and now it's more dancey? You want to try it?
Absolutely.
I'll tell you about it though. So
I can't take my old heartburn medication anymore because I have other medication that I'm taking that it interacts with. So no
worries. So I was playing a show with a band called Foxbat.
Talk, I'll read.
And their merch was incredible. They had so many awesome things. But what stuck out to me is they had this hot sauce. And I was like, I want to do that. So I talked to the guys like, how did you even do this? Just hot, because to make hot sauce and bottle it, you have to have like licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this exists partly because of you guys, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I was like, well, how did you do this? He said, one of my friends owns a company.
Dude, sorry, this is so fucking sick, dude.
Isn't it? Yes. And so I was thinking.
I'm reading the ingredients.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Distilled white vinegar, chipotle mash. Oh, this is a smoked chipotle type shit?
Yeah.
Bro, did you literally just make this for me?
I told you
Tequila,
it's not crazy
lime juice, all Amarillo mash, ghost mash, right on tomato.
See, I like the flavor
this
ones.
Really doesn't have anything crazy in it.
No, it's not too bad.
What's the Scoville count?
Shoot. I've got it on a paper somewhere. I don't remember it off the top of my head. It's not crazy. I wouldn't lie to you because we've had crazy in this room.
Oh yeah.
So
HSM, boy. We were supposed to. All right.
Oh, it's got a little burn.
It's got some burn to it.
Yeah, burn, but it's not gonna like blow you.
No,
up.
it's got some heat, but it's got some really good flavor.
That is actually really fucking good.
Yeah. So okay. So
it'll heat you up a little bit though.
It was hot. Yeah. It's hot. I shouldn't have done that. But
now I feel bad.
You should. You probably just killed me. So.
No.
I did have an ulcer like 2 weeks before chemo. So.
Oh damn, that sucks. So I talked to Foxbat.
I think those two things are related. But continue.
So I talked to Foxbat, and he's like, "Oh, my friend owns a company." I don't know. I'm like, "Fuck." He's like, "Do you care if I steal your idea?" He's like, "I don't give a shit." So I was thinking, and I was like, "A hot sauce Mike." Hit him up. And we met here on this podcast.
So it is because of us. Look at us.
Yeah,
dude.
I told you.
We helped make Denny career. We help him make Spirit Board career. We're helping make Brave Lake career. I'm in Brave Lake.
So Hot Sauce Mike was like, well, I can't legally yet. I'm working on it. But he had a friend. His name is Ian, who runs Ruthless Reaper, which is the company. And I met up with him. I made him listen. I didn't make him. He made me show him his music because he's like, I don't want to do it if your music sucks. I'm like, that's fair. Okay, bet. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to sign on to. I wouldn't want to co-sign a band that sucks either.
So he listened to music. He says, no, this slaps. Let's do it. And he said, what do you like? And we kind of just talked. And then that's what we came up with. And
As far as flavor profile, that is
awesome.
like my favorite, like the smoky chipotle flavor. Like my favorite hot sauce is smoky chipotle Tabasco. So
no, I love it.
as far as the flavor profile goes, fucking delicious. As far as the heat goes, too much for your boy because I have tummy issues.
Well, I told them to make it hot, but don't make it enjoyable.
Yeah.
'Cause, when you get those hot sauces, it's like, what? This isn't even.
it's just pain.
I get that because you want people to eat it, but you also don't want to be like, oh, this is pussy shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I want it to be best of both worlds.
Yeah, you need people to be like, oh, that's hot, but like not be like, oh, fuck, it's too hot, I can't even eat it. You want people to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we work together.
Imagine being a band that releases a hot sauce. Like you're just a hardcore metal band, and you just release like the most mild hot sauce ever. Like less, like Frank's or less. You know what I mean?
That'd be actually kind of funny.
I would do it.
I would never let that band live it down if I knew them as people. I'd be like, hey, remember that one time when you...
Unless they leaned into it, like...
Just selling bottles of ketchup, dude.
mildly mild death.
Well, what they could do is they could be like Satan's blood. You know what I mean? And then when people taste it, like, it's not even hot. Like, well, it's
This is
blood,
literally
dude.
ketchup, dude.
It's 97 degrees. It's not that hot.
We just
Jesus.
squeeze in, like, Taco Bell sauce.
We just get a business idea, guys. We get 50 of each Taco Bell sauce, and we just mix them in one bottle, and we call it Satan's blood.
There you go.
And we sell it. Who's with me?
I'm in.
Bet. Get in here.
Never three-way shaked before.
But that is cool
Kinda
as shit,
That was
dude.
cool. Yeah, that
Look at y'all
was
just doing
awesome. It was
stuff. I love,
fun.
dude. I love that you're. I just love because your guys' album art is so cool.
Sandwich Jones.
Sandwich Jones. That's a fantastic artist name.
Oh, why am I blanking on his real name?
You don't have to tell me his real name.
James.
Sandwich Jones.
It's James.
Who the fuck is James?
You've met James.
Who's James?
Okay, well, never mind.
Robertson?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Friends
he
with him on
did
Facebook.
Artwork on like a lot of people's
Yeah.
stuff.
He does music videos, makes music
He did
himself.
our music videos too.
I have no idea. This
Actually,
person
he
is.
just posted a status today. He was like,
Spirit
"Man, I've
board
got
sucks.
I've got all these people who tell me they want to like review my music, and then I send it to your DMs, and you guys fucking ignore it. Who wants to be music buddies?" And I was like, "I didn't know you did this. Like, I'm in, dude. Send me shit.
Yeah.
I'll send you stuff all day. Let's go."
Boom. He did the artwork.
Yeah, I've never met that person. Just we're all clear. Also, my mouth still hurts. Continue.
I'm sorry.
It's hot. It is. It sticks around for a minute too.
Does it?
Hey,
Yeah.
I have a question. Who's
Yeah.
playing drums for you guys now?
Josh is.
Josh
He's,
still is?
he's just taking a break. He just took a break
Oh, I thought he stepped away.
for a minute. He was never leaving. He was.
Oh.
He had some things he had to take care of. And
I was under the impression that he was Dipset.
no. Well, it was. We wanted to leave it open ended in case what he needed to take care of ended up being a longer process.
Okay.
But no, yeah, he was. It's Josh.
So he's back already?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're practicing.
Oh, okay.
Just as of last week.
Well,
We start practicing again. So.
damn, I thought I had a good one there. I was like, ooh, didn't even know I knew about that. Josh gonna be mad when I brought that up. But I think it's fair because he spills every secret he has. So.
He does, and we've always had this rule, even since we were into this guy's family first. So
It definitely has
And when
to
I
be
say
that.
family, it doesn't mean like only my. It's like whatever you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, no. It has to be that way. Like, I think that I can say that I was a big part of what is a relatively successful music project. Maybe not monetarily, but otherwise, by comparison to most of the peers, I would say that, right?
Yeah.
So I have a bit of like understanding of how they did things differently than how other people do things, which has led to an increased result. Now that they're kind of getting bigger by the day. And you have to put those things first because everything else will suffer if you don't. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You won't be able to do what you need to do efficiently enough outside of the things that really matter at home if you don't handle those things first.
Yeah.
Or you get really burnt out and you just stop because
Well,
it
that's the
becomes
other
no
thing.
longer worth it to you.
Because if you don't allow people to have their moments that they need, everyone's just going to quit on you.
Yeah,
And
we're adult human
Yeah.
beings, man.
Yeah.
There's so much shit going on.
And let's be real. I know that this is hella important to me and all of us, but there are things in life a lot more important than a band.
I mean, in the grand scheme, like it's super important to you guys individually, yes.
Yes.
But in the grand scheme of like people's lives, it's like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, this is a passion project that may never, pan out the way everyone wants it to anyway.
I would argue statistically it's not going to.
Well, I mean, if you have to know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you have to feel like that doesn't matter.
That doesn't mean don't try. It just means your odds are stacked.
You have to have this fucking like balance of reality and like being reality, like keeping your toes, like keeping your feet on the ground while simultaneously keeping your head in the clouds. Because if you can't do both of those things, you're already fucked.
That was a great way of putting it, because that's exactly how I view it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna aim for these things, but let's be realistic about what we need. I mean,
that's why I loved when Dave Grohl talked about this. He was like, dude, just make your goal in playing music to play music with your friends.
Yep.
Because if you have that, then you're fucking set. It doesn't matter how far you go.
That's the secret to succeeding. Just do it with people you actually enjoy spending time with.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. The rest of it comes after that. Good chemistry can a good band chemistry can overshine so many like flaws and shortcomings.
Oh yeah, 100,000%.
Like you can be technically off all the time as a band, and if your guys' stage, if your personal chemistry is strong, your stage chemistry is strong.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. If you're having fun with your friends on stage,
yes,
it shows, and people like that energy. It helps the crowd get into shows.
Oh yeah,
it's super important on small shows, like when you're like a local, like smaller level.
Oh yeah,
when there's
more intimate.
When there's only 20 to 30 people in the crowd, you need that energy because people need to feel comfortable, like they're hanging out with you. Because if you don't have, because you're not going to get that big crowd vibe from a 20-person crowd. So like what the best way to go about that, since you can't get that energy, is get the you're in the room with us conversation. Like we're on the same thing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm high.
No.
I love listening, like
literally
when big bands play small rooms and they're like, God, that's so fun. I missed that so much.
Yeah, unless you're playing the Madison Live. Don't play the Madison Live. I'm kidding. Play the Madison Live or don't. I don't care.
Shoot for Madison Theater, though, if you can.
Oh, I remember why you don't like Madison Live.
I don't like Madison Live for like 7 reasons.
Oh, I knew one reason. I don't know.
Which one was that?
The thing with...
the Alyssa incident?
Yeah. That's the only one I know.
That night was fucked all the way around. Alyssa was on edge because... how did I phrase this? Some people were around that made her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I was on edge because Alyssa was on edge.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing happened outside. And then before that even happened, Jimmy almost like started a fist fight with one of the door guys over an incident that apparently happened years ago.
Wait, which Jimmy?
Rock Jimmy.
Was he in Rock Jimmy mode?
He probably wouldn't have started a fist fight, but he was definitely pressing an entire confrontation on this man. I guess he had a situation with the same guy years ago where he had just been like way too rough with him and throwing him out of a show that he didn't need to be thrown out of or whatever. And he watched him do it to some other kid the same night, or not the same night, but the night that night. And he was just like, dude, what the fuck? And they were arguing for a minute.
Interesting.
But no, I don't like the venue because it's too like, it's like too congested of a venue. You know what I mean?
It is a small venue, yeah.
It's not because it's small. Like, I don't mind a small venue. It's too congested as a venue. It's like everything is right here. You know what I mean? All slammed together. Plus, it's always 100,000 degrees in there. And I'm not even trying to be mean to my friends. If you're not like one of like 6 bands, I have never seen your set at the Madison Live because I've been going there for years, and it's always consistently 700,000 degrees in that building. So I stand outside where, regardless, because it's too fucking hot.
Well, they've always been good to me, so we still work with them, but
I mean, I don't
totally
know
understand
them. I just don't like the venue.
I meant like
as
the
a
venue,
show goer, I don't like the venue.
Yeah. It is hot though.
I will tell you, the Madison Theater is pretty cool.
Played a show where I haven't sweated my brains out.
Well, obviously, you're going to sweat. You're going to be insane regardless.
Yeah, I'm always hot.
But I'm talking about as a show goer.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, plus, the stage is super small.
That's why I just don't get on it or climb on top of it and jump.
Well, not everybody has a fucking wireless mic.
That is true.
Now you're being classist.
I didn't think about that. I'm not being classist.
He hates poor people. He hates poor people. You don't own property?
First off, I am poor people. I bought that
he owns
on
property.
Credit.
He's a property
and paid it
owner.
off over years.
He owns property.
And it was only $600.
Rebel flag tattoo. We got it covered up. It's on his chest. Just because there's another tattoo on top of it doesn't mean it's not there. I know who did it.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Yeah. You actually picked the right random episode to watch.
It was the first one that came up, and I was like, oh, I know Jasmine. Avanti's my favorite local band. Was my favorite local band. I'll watch that one.
Jasmine loves tattooing rebel flags. You love having a rebel flag. He said the hard R inward before we started recording once. You guys are just like one little Nazi circle.
I guess.
You should shave your head.
Absolutely not.
What do you think Dylan would look like with short hair?
I don't know. I regret cutting mine.
It looks good on you.
This is the third time I've seen you grow your hair out and cut it. And every time you cut it, you go, I wish I didn't do that.
Do you know what I did? I had no intention of cutting it.
I purely was just going to be like, you had a Britney Spears moment because of the first 4 months of your fucking a year have been insane. So you're just like, I don't need this anymore.
No, I was like, I'm going to go to the corner store. I was going to get an energy drink. And I live, like, literally, I can almost walk. It's like, I drive anyways because I'm lazy. But it's like, I can walk to it. It's like right at the end of my street. And I was like, babe, do you want anything? She's like, oh, get me water. I'm like, okay. It's attached to a barber. And no intention. I just, if they're open, I'm going in. And then they were open and I walked in. And I was like, maybe I'll schedule one. They're like, the guy didn't even say, he goes, yeah, we're in, sit down. I was like, okay. I went out to get a energy drink and a water and came back with a new haircut.
This guy impulse bought a haircut.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. I think you're right, though. I think it's just because I was like, I need to change. And I felt, in the moment, I was like, I need to change. And I felt like all the way.
I have a theory, but it might sound a little too general. Like, you know the stereotype of like every time a woman goes through a bad breakup, she changes her hair? Mm-hmm. I think I have a theory behind that because it's not just women doing that. It's like whenever people go through stuff, they change something of their appearance. And I think the reason that is because when you're going through terrible things, you're in a situation where you have no control over a situation.
It's something you can control.
And you have something you can control, which is you can change the way your hair looks.
Oh,
you can buy that outfit that you don't think will look good in. You can do all these things because you have to be in control of something.
I will 100%. I can tell you actually how that's happening to me as we speak right now. So the way I got my mental health back after everything that happened at the beginning of the year is that I've been going to the gym 4 days a week. I lost a bunch of weight. I changed up like the way I dress and hair and things like that. Like the gym has been the most important thing. I've been going 3 to 4 days a week.
Yeah, super helpful.
And then
you look good, by the way.
Thank you. I
love that outfit. That shirt's dope.
Thank you. So I was 230 pounds bad. Dropped down to 209.
That's where I'm at right now.
And then now I'm back up to 230, but in good.
Yeah, I'm a bad 230. I'm a soft, doughy 230.
Yeah. See, I start same thing, soft, doughy 230, went down to 205. Now I'm at 240.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel so solid and healthy, dude.
Dude, pre-cancer, bro, I was at 250.
You got down to like 190, 185?
I was at 255, and then I got down to, like, I was hovering between 185 and 190 for a while.
Yeah, 190 was my original goal.
I was pretty sturdy.
I think I'm too wide. I think I'm too like built like a barrel. You know what I mean? I don't think it'll ever get down to 190.
Well, I'm also like my build, right? Because I'm only 5'9", 5'10", whatever. You know what I mean? And I have a relatively small build, but I'm like tankish, so I put on muscle super easily. So like I can only like getting down to like getting down lower than 190, 185 would have required like a very expensive lifestyle change.
Oh yeah.
Like I was at pretty much as low as I can get without having to pay a whole lot of money for a whole lot of extraness. Which I'm fine with that. I'm trying to get back there now. I gotta get back in the gym, dude.
I've found 3 people that I go with consistently. That's helped me a lot because you know how I am with plans. I try my hardest not to cancel them. I'm not perfect. I have but it always gives me an extra like.
He doesn't like canceling, but he will show up 2 hours late.
Not on purpose though. But I try my best to always do the plans I set out for.
Sorry, I had to be mean.
Nah, it's okay. I mean, it happened.
I have to address it or else it's weird. You know what I mean? If we act like it didn't happen and we don't have fun with it, we're not being authentic. Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
We've been making jokes about the separation from Dylan Hall the whole time.
I didn't even know that happened when it happened.
It just made more sense to go down to 2 people.
Wow.
Plus, we were also concerned that Hall got promoted.
At his work?
He got moved up a tier, and for that reason, he was already being stuck and frozen and all this other stuff because they're so understaffed and such that like
he was going to miss half.
Yeah,
the
he's
episodes.
literally like every time I see him, he tells me he's been working so fucking much.
Was it mutual?
I mean, he was okay.
Understandable.
It was an understandable separation. Like we decided it. And then he agreed that it was probably the best move. Like it was amicable. Like we're still cool. Our dogs hung out the other day. My dog bit his dog. I felt like an asshole.
Oh, no.
He was being playful, but
yeah.
But anyway, no, we're cool. We just been making jokes.
That's good.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we make jokes. What were we talking about? I'm high. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We were talking about. I was saying accountability. It gives me accountability if I have to let go with these specific people. It's been helping me a lot. Because I do not like working out, but I always like when I'm done working out.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Once you're like 10 minutes into a workout, like getting there is the hard part. Once you're there, like the first set is over, you're like, oh, this is great.
Truth be told, my issue with the gym is I just get bored.
So I've been raw dogging the gym because I can't find my headphones, and I don't want to buy a new pair of super expensive ones. So, okay. This is
I love that not having earbuds was what you considered to be raw dogging the gym. I thought you were just walking in there, no like pre-workout or something. I was like, that makes sense.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You're like, nah, dude, I didn't have fucking my Kim in my ear, so
no, I don't do pre-workout either. So, so let me paint a picture for you.
I don't either.
I don't like the tingly feel of the pre-workout.
Beta alanine.
Yeah,
that's crazy. How do you guys work out for 2.5 hours at a time if you don't have pre-workout?
I complain.
You don't have to work out for 2 hours at a time.
That too.
What if you want to because of the pre-workout?
Well,
that's probably why you're talking about getting burnt out at the fucking gym.
I don't get burnt out.
You and Rizzo had this same conversation. Yeah, after 2 hours, your body's fucked up. You can't recover from that and be back in the gym 2 days later working the same muscle
I can recover
group.
from anything.
If you say so. And that's why two of us at this table are going to the gym.
So mad. Jesus, Dan's mad.
So we go around the same time every day. And I like to start, I don't know if this is good or not, and I don't care, and I'm not changing it because it gets me in the mood.
Dude, no one's going to try and change your mind.
No, yeah. Because
you fucking can't.
I start every single workout, unless it's leg day, no matter what, with 50 flights of steps on the Stairmaster. Like, that's how I start every workout.
Great warm-up, yeah.
I found out, and I don't even like this show, by the way, but I found out that Friends, reruns of Friends is on a specific channel, and I put the CC on and watch like an episode of Friends, and it's like, that's how I've been like doing the gym, and it's terrible. I gotta find my fucking headphones. I can't do any more Friends.
Is New Girl an option?
No, because
I could work out to New Girl.
It's this little TV that whatever the channels they have available. Ugh, I know. It's awful.
Let me choose.
Yeah, I wish. It's the worst assortment. It's like that, Fox News, and like
dude,
ESPN.
I went to when we went out to the video game convention out in DC. I went to the gym at that hotel, and they've got a whole ass like tablets where you can log into your Netflix and shit on there.
What?
Yeah, it's like these are dope.
Technology.
That's crazy. I wish I could. I don't even have Netflix anymore.
Why?
Because
it's super expensive now.
That and like I was sharing it with my mom, but now they do that IP thing, and so I'm like, well, I'm not getting another account. So.
Use a VPN. Fake your mom's IP.
I guess I could do that, but I don't care enough. You know what I mean?
But then you got to pay for a VPN.
At that point, you could just use the money for the VPN.
Yeah, it's like I don't give a shit. I will probably get it when the next season of One Piece live action comes out.
I tell you what. There's a Vince McMahon Netflix coming, or I'm sorry, a Vince McMahon documentary coming to Netflix September 25th, and they have interviews with him before his resignation.
Oh,
and it was produced by the people who did Tiger King.
Oh no!
So,
it's gonna be juicy.
So it's gonna be fucking dripping wet, dude. I'm so excited for this juicy bitch. Not because the situation's horrible. That dude's a monster for sure, but. This
so is Tiger King.
Crazy.
Oh man, because that's like some very intensive journalism.
Yeah. Well, it all got blown up because of journalism.
Oh, I believe it.
Like no, like the whole story. Like I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure like a couple of like a group of investigative reporters just figured out like through just various interviews that like this dude was being like crazy, and then they investigated it, and it became a whole thing.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. There's a documentary coming out. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I love watching the old like the WW when it back like even as far as the WWF when it was the WWF before it switched like where they grab the mic and do the monologues. Bro, go back and rewatch some of them. There's some wild speeches and stuff.
You know what? I watch a lot of wrestling content. You know me.
Yeah.
It's your boy. And there's shit that like it fucks me up because there's wild shit that people would say, especially during the Attitude Era.
Yes.
Dude, Triple H during the Attitude Era was a fucking problem, dude. Like if he was up against a black dude, racism. If he was up against anyone else, homophobia off the rip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
sexual assault assumptions. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, it was
like,
crazy.
He was a menace in the 90s, bro. He's one of my favorites of all time.
I love watching YouTube compilations of them.
Oh, dude, I watch Ruthless. You were supposed to come over for SummerSlam, but you were in New York.
Yeah, which was a surprise. Like the tickets were the surprise.
I was gonna say, leaving definitely wasn't a surprise. You just told us that.
No. Yeah, well,
did you buy it for your? Did you get blackout drunk and go, "I deserve this," and then wake up and be like,
No,
"Oh my god, it's a birthday present."
Kirsten got them as a surprise for me.
You have a great wife.
I know, I do.
She's a swell gal. How is she?
She's great. She just had a great job thing. She was.
I was gonna say, what does that mean?
She was Employee of the Year, and now I guess she's getting like a promotion. I'm not sure.
She's the
exactly.
She's the best book editor ever.
Oh man, yeah. I don't.
Like
Super
Mount
Mario
Rushmore.
jumped up for. I don't know why she picked me.
Well, you're a good dude, and I love you.
Oh, well, thanks. You too.
You have an excellent wife. You guys have an excellent. Do you guys ever plan on having children?
We're trying right now.
Actively, right now.
Yeah, we've been trying for.
Nice.
How long have we been trying for?
Can I have one of them?
Maybe 6 months.
Can I just have it?
You know,
Like just have the baby and just give it to
I've
me.
been trying a long time.
Or just like let me have it. But if you can do it once, you can do it so many times. Let me have it.
Maybe no. Have you met Kyle's baby yet?
I have not.
Me neither.
I was like, for me, it makes sense. I've never been to Kyle's home, or I've only met Kyle's wife like 3 times.
We wanted to like.
Y'all are a family, bro. You gotta meet that baby.
Oh no, I'm going to. We already talked about it.
I have an idea.
We just wanted him to get used to like. We didn't want to bum rush him.
What you should do is have him being baby to practice,
There you go.
and just set baby in garage while y'all practice.
Ear protection.
Yes, for sure.
They exist.
I know they do. I've seen them. My cousin just had a baby, and we went to my uncle's house. He lives in Columbus, Indiana, and he has a swimming pool.
And swing pool?
Swimming pool.
I swear to God, I thought you said swing pool. I was
Sorry,
like, what is
I'm just
that?
probably mumbling.
No, I also don't hear good.
But her baby is literally like maybe 6 months old. They make floaties for 6-month-old babies, and it's like a submarine thing they put them in. And
They have
just kinda
infant swimming classes.
It's crazy.
Have you ever seen the videos of infant swimming
Where they
classes?
throw them in.
Where they just chuck newborns in the pool?
I've seen the videos.
Dude, it's terrifying every time, and they swim every time. It's batshit, dude.
We're born with that shit.
It's like legitimately, we unteach ourselves how to swim.
Well, not just that. I think that if
It's like the only
we teach
skill
ourselves how to act based on what we're surrounded on.
Like it's genuinely like the only skill we're born with. And it's like somehow if you don't utilize that immediately, you got to do a whole thing to learn it later.
It is kind of wild to think about. But nah, it was just
That's
funny.
how you know evolution's real. We used to be fish. The only thing that we can actually innately do, which is a thing like you would learn, it is a skill, is swim. Name one other thing. Don't talk about breathing and eating, you fucks. You know what I mean.
I don't know much about babies.
Name another thing.
Crying is the only
That's
other
what I
thing.
was gonna say,
Just,
but that's not
just to
crying.
get
Crying is
attention.
an automatic emotional response, though. It's not a. It's
No,
not like
it's the only form of communication that you have.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
When you're an infant.
that's fair. But that's.
Like until you learn.
Would you
to
consider that a
communicate.
skill, though? It's like breathing. Then you develop like different tones and stuff to communicate different things over time.
I mean, we could argue that like either way on that.
I don't think it's a skill.
I'd probably agree with you on that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think swimming is a skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that has to be the only one.
I mean, I have no idea.
That's crazy. We come from fish, dude. Maybe space is water.
Grabbing would be the only thing even remotely close.
Also, not a skill. It's just a thing you do. It's just yeah. You know what I mean?
But
it's
like,
a learned behavior.
Okay, well, like
well, I guess skill is also a learned
not-
Wait a
behavior.
minute, time out.
no, like if you throw a baby in a pool and they start swimming, it's just like when you touch a baby's hand and they grab. Like it's just a thing
An
they're
automatic
doing.
response.
They
Well,
haven't been taught.
like the way that it works. Yes, I'm sorry. Never mind. This has gone way too. We've been talking about babies for too goddamn long. How long have you guys been trying?
I think I want to say 6 months.
Well, you just
more
said
than that. It might even be longer than that. We've been trying for a while.
Look at me, man. Just over here. I'm a great journalist.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Say I'm a great journalist.
You're so good at what you do.
You should.
Say I'm a great journalist.
You're really, really good at what you do.
Dylan, Cheyenne, Nicole Foreman. If you do not tell me I am a great journalist.
You're so fantastic at what you do.
I think you're a great journalist.
Isn't he a great journalist?
Yeah.
He's such a good journalist.
One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to build a bomb. And when that happens, you're fucked.
I was like, where's this going? I was waiting to say anything. I was like,
And I'm going to find the IRS building.
bro, they tore the one in Covington down. They're putting a big old super. No one cares. Why are we talking about that?
I was going to ask.
Wait, are they building a super IRS?
No, they're building like
You can't not finish that
Yeah,
sentence.
they tore down the IRS, and now they're building a bigger IRS.
right? No, they're building like a Liberty Center type thing.
that's cool.
Well, I mean, the IRS is somewhere anyways. It just brings more money to that area.
I started talking about
It
that.
is.
I was like, no one cares about that. What am I talking about?
No one gives a shit about real estate. You're just like, hey, you guys here in Covington? They're
Yeah, I know, right?
They're changing the hospital to a children's hospital.
Hey, man, it's been a minute since I've been behind a microphone, so.
To be fair, you did that when you were behind the microphone frequently. We
Yeah,
used to
I
talk
know.
about traffic on a regular basis.
That was a bad habit. By the way, it was smooth on the way here. The traffic.
Thanks for listening to Millennial Suck. This is the Millennial Suck podcast. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What would you say is the most recent, like, euphoric moment you have had?
What a good question. That's fucking journalism right there, dude.
I'll stab you to death with a knife.
God, you're so good.
We're gonna have to bleep that
You're
whole
so
thing out.
fucking good.
I hate you.
I didn't say a word. You said it all.
I was talking to him.
Oh, okay.
I'm
But you
high.
looked me dead in the eyes and said that. So I was
did.
like, oh.
No, I was going to ask a different question and I forgot what it was. So I had to build that question as I was like freaking out about not knowing what the question was. So
One of those like slow burn forgets.
yeah, I
You
was like,
start, you're
it's
like,
basically,
oh, no,
when
no.
was the last time you had a good time, dude?
I'll still answer it though. It is a good question.
It's not.
I mean, I'll still answer it.
Let me ask you a question. You ever been pegged?
No.
All right. Is pegging gay?
And you know, I'd be honest. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I get made fun of at work because I don't think it is. There was a
Well,
guy.
you're a welder, so.
There's a guy that used to. Which is weird because my spool gun is like the perfect shape. But there's a guy that used to work there before I did, who everybody was talking about. Like he used to walk up, and be like, you know, pegging's not gay, and he would do it to fuck with people, and it would always spark a conversation around him. And then I was like, it's not though. You're talking about a woman pegging a man, that's by definition heterosexual activity. And everybody's like, you're gay, dude. Because again, welder.
Yeah.
When was the last time someone was like homophobic around you?
I mean, shoot, I just worked the VOA Music Festival.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I was bartending in the Super VIP.
I tried to go to VOA.
I didn't.
to
They
play
wouldn't
Pokemon
direct it at
Go.
me, but I heard all sorts
So
of.
not even general crowd. He was serving the VOA VIPs.
Yep.
Like
So
the
just
higher
all racism right there.
I mean, it's country music.
rich racism.
What's your least favorite race?
Nope. I don't have an answer for that.
You don't have an answer for that?
No.
You have an answer. Be honest.
What's
Least favorite race.
let's see here. I'm trying to think of races. There's what are the distances in track and field?
Oh, yeah, fuck, he figured it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say sack race.
I was gonna say the Kentucky Derby because I,
was
feel
trying
bad
see
for the
that's what took me so
horses.
long. I was trying to think of like egg race or something, but I couldn't think of any of those goofy races.
Ah, fuck egg races too.
Yeah. The egg toss. That's not a race, that's a toss.
Sorry, I'm fucking
Being the greatest journalist ever over there.
Hey, dude, you know what, dude? You're being real condescending right now.
I said I was a compliment.
Very, very strong compliment.
It's just spicy compliment, you know?
Speaking of spicy,
I was literally reaching for it. Speaking of spicy,
we do have our
Ruthless Reaper presents Hell is Real.
Yeah. Did you read the
The excerpt. I was gonna ask
yeah.
you who wrote that.
I did.
I figured. I thought that was you.
I love it.
I suspected those were your words.
Yeah, I had a good time with that. I wrote like 4 drafts. I genuinely had a blast writing that. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
I finally get to use my
How long
English
did it
degree.
take you to really nail it?
By the 3rd take, I had what I wanted. But are you talking about the writing the little excerpt?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like
By
in,
the third-
in reference to time, yes.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't spend too much time on it because it's like a paragraph. You know what I mean? So like it's only like that long. But I'd say the third time I wrote it, I was like, I like this right here. And then I sent it off.
Well, it's really good. The hot sauce is fire. Like, it's really good.
Appreciation. What all right. Woogity woogity. Woogity.
What music festival did you guys play?
What music festival did we play?
you said you played a festival with Brave Lake.
It was New Natty.
Oh, so it was New Natty.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then we also, another music festival we played the,
Is that considered a festival?
I don't know. No, not a festival. I might have used the term festival.
I mean,
they structure it like a festival.
I'd
Yeah.
say it is structured like a festival.
Yeah. One day festival. I don't know.
I guess
what
it
would you
kind of
call
is
that?
a festival.
I mean,
I mean, it is like 40 artists playing multiple stages. I'd say you got all the ingredients of a festival.
It's just a
Yeah.
small fest. I mean, well, there used to be Breakaway Fest, and it was a festival,
yeah.
and it was
I
no
think you could
different.
call
It was
like
just 3 different
Warped
dates.
Tour was a festival, and it was one day.
Yeah, and it was similar. It's just they had more time for the artists, but they also had less artists.
Yeah, but we played that
Or
one
more
and
space,
and
at
then
least.
this one was kind of cool. And we went to Erie, PA, and we played Rainbow Fest, and it was the first LGBTQ like music festival in Erie, Pennsylvania ever.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was on the news came and everything. It was that was pretty neat.
Genuine question. What type of music is considered LGBTQ music?
So for Rainbow Fest, they were specific. It was bands that have LGBTQ plus members and or representation, and like so, Dead Name had just come out, and so they reached out to us, and we were like, yeah, sure, we'll play it. We had no
cool as
idea
hell.
it was the first ever in Erie. Like they didn't give us all that info, but when we got there, it was neat. It was pretty cool.
Hell
the
yeah,
venue
man.
was amazing.
What was the video?
Man,
So good.
I'm
he
so
couldn't even
bad
remember
at
the name of
remembering it. The problem is once you start playing so many venues, you know what I mean? Unless like I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. I could easily find it if I looked it up.
That's
but
true. The only venue names I know
wanna
are local ones and ones I went to a lot.
For some reason, I want to say like the Foundation or the Foundry or something like that.
Where's it at?
Erie, Pennsylvania. But
The Foundry sounds familiar.
I know that Dead Cassette played there for a Halloween show too.
I know the Foundry is a venue.
Yeah, I think it might have been the Foundry.
That's dope.
Don't quote me on it. Look it up. But
We can.
yeah,
I forgot this was here.
but it was cool. The venue was really neat venue. They had like a kitchen in the back, and they had like two stages, and it was just a gorgeous building. And then they had like craft vendors.
Maybe
Like
look up
I bought my wife a
Pennsylvania.
necklace.
That one's in New York.
Pocono Mountains.
yeah, we lit that stage up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was the Foundry.
I'll find it later, and I'll like.
So you said you guys got some dates coming up?
Yeah, we got a lot of cool things coming up. I wrote them down because I have a terrible memory. As
All
we
right, well,
just
what do you
saw.
got? Let's
So,
do it. Give us your
on
monologue.
So we're doing a couple things. We're going on tour through Texas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and we're very excited for that, and that's in October. And before that, just so like that's why we're releasing the hot sauce now, and we're doing a few other small things just to amp up and get some content ready going to promote for this Texas tour.
Get the buzz brewing.
Yeah. So one of the things we're doing on September 26th, we're doing Madison. we're playing Madison live. But it's
Nice.
not a show. It is, but it isn't. It's the behind the stage.
That's my birthday.
Oh, is it? Happy
I'll
birthday.
be here.
Okay. But we're doing a behind the stage live interview thing.
What's that like? Explain
So
that.
we play like a song or two, and then when they sit down for an interview, and then we play a song and then the more interview, and so on and so forth. And it's a short little thing, and it's streamed live, but it's also a YouTube channel. So we're doing that.
That sounds cool.
For promotion for the tour. And then in October 17th through the 20th, we're hitting up Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi,
Corpus
bro.
Christi.
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Extra Crispy,
San
bro.
Marco, Dallas, and OKC.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
Nice little southern tour. Have you ever toured the South?
No, that's why I'm so excited. Well, we played Georgia.
Wow.
but that's south on the other East Coast. But
I mean, it's still the South.
yeah, so we have played one show. We played, oh gosh, Dublin,
It's like the
Georgia.
most progressive Southern state.
Georgia is
Yeah.
because of Atlanta.
Well, Atlanta helps.
I just say because not where we were at.
Well, no. Most of the South is crazy.
Yeah, I know. I used to live in Florida.
I have a lot of family in the South.
Yeah.
But man, the food.
Yeah, no, we're.
I know, right? It's like you have to be racist to cook that good.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's why soul food's so good. It's very vengeful meat.
That's vengeful meat.
Good Lord.
You can taste the vengeance.
You can really taste the resentment in
man.
these potatoes.
But yeah, anyways, we're excited.
Oh,
It's gonna be a fun time, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
What are you
I'm
guys
happy
going
for you
on?
guys.
I want to talk to you guys. What do you guys got going
Like
on?
personally,
Yeah, sure.
I went to the gathering of the Juggalos with Young Mosh.
I saw that. I saw that they were going. How was that? Please tell me.
Bro,
I
listen to
so
the episode
badly-
that dropped today.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
listen to the episode, I'm not going to go through all of it again.
So badly
Ju-
want to go just to see.
Like I can tell you when we're done for sure. I'm not going to go through all of it right now because I already did that. But it was just chaos, dude. It was just chaotic nonsense, and it was just fuckery and bullshitdom, and I loved it. Like it was like an observational heaven. It was batshit crazy.
Can I ask you? I know you said you just dropped a podcast today, but can you tell me just like, super fast, like one of the craziest, like real quick, super craziest thing you saw there? Because I've read some Reddit stories that are like nuts.
Booty duck.
All right, and I assume I'm gonna go have to.
No, I can tell you right now. Booty duck is. I wasn't actually present for this, but it was told to me later. Booty Duck was this woman who had gotten on stage during the after party rave and put a rubber duck in her ass while the entire crowd just chanted Booty Duck at her. That's probably the craziest thing, yeah.
I want to write a song, and that's the pit call. Booty Duck.
Bringing a whole new fan
Oh
base.
man, that's
We
great.
don't give a fuck. Booty Duck. I make bangers, bro. That's what I do.
Oh, that's wild. See, I saw that they were playing that, and I was like, that's incredible. That's incredible.
No, it was cool. It was. I want to say. I wanted to make. I made a point to say this last week as well. Genuinely nice people, batshit crazy, but very nice.
Juggalos specifically, or are you talking about like?
well, at the gathering,
Okay,
specifically. Like we met at like my friend Steele, who used to be a Juggalo. You've met him. The third Dylan.
Oh yeah.
He says like the gathering is just a concentration of the same thing that happens with all groups of Juggalos, where you have people who are just like they like the ideology and being in the fandom, and then you have people that take it way too far. It's just there's so many people there, like there's so many Juggalos there that the minority, which is people that take it way too far, are just fucking going nuts, dude.
Imagine they feed off each other's energy too. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
everywhere.
Oh my god, it's fueled by nitrous. Which I didn't even know that nitrous was the cheapest drug, but judging by the fact that it was the most present drug at the gathering of the Juggalos, I assume it is the cheapest drug.
That's wild.
It was a crazy day.
I heard one year, like back when Tila Tequila was a thing, they were like throwing stuff at her. Or
They
something.
do that anyway. They threw stuff at Young Mosh.
Did they like them though? Musically?
It took them a minute to warm up to him, but after a while, they really got into it.
Okay.
Alex caught literally they were shooting Nerf guns at them. They were shooting those gel blaster things at them. They were throwing beer and Faygo at them, all that stuff. But that's how they like interact with you. It's like it's a common thing. So you have to just go with it.
I don't mind the Nerf gun and the gel blasters, but if I get hit with a bottle of beer,
Don't go to the Juggalo.
No,
Don't go to the gathering.
I
of
would
Juggalos,
still
bro.
do it. 100,000%.
Don't play it. I'm telling you right now. You have to lean into it, or that crowd will eat you the fuck
Oh no,
alive.
I would lean into it, but afterwards I'd be pissed.
Yeah. No, you have to lean into it. You have to
You
have
know
a good
me.
time with it.
I would go
because
wild
if you
on that
don't,
stage.
they will not fuck with you.
Oh, I believe it.
It's so weird how you have to like play their games in order to get their like admiration.
Well, isn't that anything in life?
That's true. It's just like no. We're not just gonna like you based off your music. No. We're gonna do weird shit, and if you don't do weird shit with us, fuck you, dude.
Wouldn't that be funny if you had like a live studio and like the way they said, that was a good little bit, they start just chucking water bottles at us while we're just talking. That'd be wild. It's the same thing, though.
As long as it's not my microphones they're throwing shit at.
Yeah, I'm not playing the Gathering of the Juggalos. You know what I mean? It's also an energy thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
you
yeah,
say
for
that
sure.
it sucks now because we're sitting in a quiet room having a conversation. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't think it sucks. I just don't want to get hit in the face with a beer bottle.
If you were like in crazy fucking Christian show mode, you would be the most menacing person on the goddamn set.
I haven't been hit with enough beer bottles, goddammit.
The way that the way that you interact with crowds is very easy to like. It's a very back and forth thing. It's like you give them something, and based on what they give you, you give more, and then they give you more, and then you're like, oh, more. You're gonna have that same mentality when you play the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Love it.
But the Juggalos are batshit crazy. Like in a like respectful like way, they are fucking crazy. Like, so you're just gonna keep doing this with them for 30 minutes. And eventually someone's gonna have to call the police. It's gonna be amazing.
Now I want to play.
Bro, imagine
if you ever
being
get the chance, do it.
Imagine being the performer that the Juggalos call the police on. How far do you have to go?
Imagine
I don't
being
know.
the performer who got chanted, "Show us your asshole" so much while they were performing, they did it.
that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what artist it was when the mics are up.
That's awesome.
No, where I was sitting from the merch table, I could see the stage from like a distance. It's where they do Lost Land, so it's a huge place. And like all I saw when I would look down the hill was just a sea of like campers and tents and then the stage. And then while I was like watching them, I just kept seeing shit flying through the fucking air. Alex literally caught a beer mid fucking air and a Faygo. They loved that shit.
Like, do you remember that one video that was famous for so long? The guy was like doing the crowd walk and someone launched a beer and he caught it and drank it. You
Hell
ever seen
yeah.
that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that one.
No, it's pretty wild. That's
It's a good
pretty
one.
epic.
It's a good
But
one.
no, I'll tell you anything you want afterward.
Bet.
It was fucking crazy.
I believe it.
And you know how much I love wild shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It was legitimately like I had died and gone to heroin heaven.
When I saw that they were playing that, you should have seen my face. I was like,
I met Violent J.
is he nice?
He's cool.
He stole his ham.
I did steal the ham. But they gave us catering passes, right?
Oh, okay.
And I love ham. And I was also smoking and drinking all day. So I ate something before we went and set up the table. I had some stuff. And then when we broke the table down right before I started drinking, I went ahead and ate something. And then we went back later and I went to grab a cookie because I was fucked up. And I was just, for whatever reason, I was just seeing what they had left. And there was only 3 like chunks of ham left. And I was like, oh, I'm taking that. I wasn't hungry. I didn't want it, but I had to take it because it's like, I have to take the last of the ham. And like I said last week, I was mostly because in my mind, there was a chance that like one of the members of ICP would be like, I'm gonna go get some more of that ham before they throw it away. Goes out there and just goes, who took the last of the ham? And it's me the whole time.
Was he in full makeup when you met him?
He was.
That's a commitment.
Do you know who Isham is? He's like a horrorcore legend. He's considered one of the founding fathers of it.
I bet you if I saw a picture, I would. Because
for you, I have a picture finding machine right here. Isham.
It looks familiar.
Well, he's a horrorcore legend, and I met him twice. Our trailer was like, they gave us a trailer, and it was like right across. Well, I gave them a trailer, I should say, and it was like right across from Isham's. I met him twice. I was side stage for his show.
That's freaking awesome, man.
I met Violent J while I was backstage for Isham's show.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
It was a good experience, dude.
Oh yeah.
I was so sad.
My face lit up so much when I saw that. I was like, gosh.
It was wild, bro. They fucked with him though by the end. It took them like 1 or 2 songs to warm up to him, but after that, they had him.
Was that a like a label connection? How'd they end up on that show? Well, we don't got to talk about that if you don't want to. You said last week's episode. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm not in a position to talk about how
how
Young Mosh does business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And I just
didn't know
honestly like this isn't even like a PR moment. I honestly don't know. I didn't ask. They just asked if I wanted to run merch because they knew I would be so excited. and because literally when Alex asked me, he was like, "Hey man, I know you hate it, but we got booked for the Gathering of the Juggalos. Do you want to run merch for us?" And I was like, bro, abso-fucking-lutely.
That's the best phone call I've ever had.
I was like, I'm going. I'm fucking there, dude.
Well, your music festival was way cooler than mine.
Tell me about yours.
Oh, it was fine. I just don't like country music.
It's not good.
Otherwise, it was.
Well, there's some good. Ooh.
Them shoulders, bro. Hell yeah.
No, I'm burning up. No, it was fine. I bartended in the super VIP, so that was pretty cool.
Super VIP.
Yeah.
What's that? Well, what's the like? What's the differential between VIP and super VIP?
The super VIP was like, fuck,
I hit the wrong vape again.
like.
Sorry.
No,
when Rizzo was here, I was trying to hit this vape, but I was already a little high, and I just kept ripping the fucking weed pen on accident, thinking it was this one.
Oh Lord,
I haven't hit this one in like 30 minutes.
There you
I've
go.
just been hitting that one over and over again, and I can't be like, why am I so fucking high right now? It's because I keep fucking hitting the wrong pen.
No, it's like
it's that journalism, dude.
yeah.
It's the we're gonna have a conversation in my office later for me. You were saying about your festival.
No, it was like the people that like. So I also worked the artist tent. So like that's specifically only for the artists that performed. I didn't work bartended, but I like helped like relieve bartending and stocked it. And then like I worked the super VIP was like people like CEOs of sponsors, things like that. Like
People who put together the
well, not
like,
necessarily.
put the
Also,
money
people
up.
who paid the money to get into it because they were very expensive tickets because you are like basically on the stage. I mean, literally,
that's cool.
like, right there, and they're just like expensive tickets. But it was a. I love working the festival. I just hate country music. Not all country music. I hate the stadium.
Arena shit.
Yeah, it's just really repetitive for me.
The pop version of like every
Got
genre.
a girl in my truck and we're going to the river and we're gonna go fishing and we're gonna get dinner and
That's
we're
it.
gonna go to the bar
Yeah, pretty much. Like over and over again.
and then get a
There was- but here's
DUI
the-
in her car.
There you go. But there were some acts that I was surprised that I liked.
Like what?
Yeah. Oh man. See, fucking. Well, I know the very first year I worked it, there was this guy named Nico Moon. I think I really liked him. He was good because his
Never
stuff
heard of that
sounded
person.
different and great. And then there was these two girls that do harmonies together, and they're just music was pretty. You know what I mean? And I forget their names because I don't. Again.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between like Appalachian mountain music country and then like Nashville pop.
Yes.
Yo, the
That's
current
where-
Appalachian wave in country music is fucking banging. Bro.
Amazing, dude. Like Tyler Childers.
I was
and
gonna
all
say
that.
Tyler Childers is God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't there.
Well, that
it was
fucking
like
sucks
It was
because
like Sam Hunt and
I like Sam Hunt a little bit. I used to.
yeah.
Before everything was like that
Keith
poppy.
Urban was one of the headliners.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's Australian.
Is he? I did not know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Keith Urban's Australian, dude. One of the biggest country artists of all times from a different country. Welcome to the joke, dude. Welcome to America.
Is that for real? Or are you fucking with me? I know he's married to like Nicole Kidman, right?
Couldn't care less. He's definitely Australian.
Australian American says it right there.
Holy crap.
That.
That is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
That is hilarious.
One of the top 10 probably biggest country music artists
Yeah.
of all time.
Wow.
Fucking Australian, bro.
No, in all honesty, though, the VOA, I really was appreciative I get to work it because it was a good chunk of change.
I was salty
Yeah.
about the VOA Music Festival.
You salty?
Yes, very much so.
Wow.
I wanted to play Pokemon Go, and they wouldn't let me because they had to get everything set up for the festival.
I believe that sounds about right.
I argued with a security guy for 20 seconds about it. I was like, can we just go to a different part of the park? And he was like, it's the whole park. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was big. There was like 30,000 people a night.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
fucking
Yeah, I remember
huge.
that night.
And it was 4 days. I was so exhausted.
I
By the
live
time was
like 15 minutes away from there.
That night I was working at the bar I work at, and we were like, it's Friday night. Like, why is there nobody fucking here? And then we looked up pictures of the VOA and we're like, oh, that crowd's
yeah,
massive.
I was bartending
literally
for that
everyone's
crowd.
there.
Yeah, those were the people I was bartending.
Yeah. That was one of my worst nights at that bar because of that.
Sucks. I'm sorry. It's a great night for me.
Hey, you didn't do it.
I made awesome money.
I'm glad somebody made money.
Oh, you guys are both bartenders now.
Yeah,
You guys can talk shop.
we could. I don't think.
What's your least favorite drink to make?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Both of you.
I don't really have a least favorite. Well, okay, that's not true. If we we have espresso martinis at my place,
Same.
and what we do is this is the only one we do. Like do this with is like because they're take forever to make. We make big batches of them, and then we have an espresso martini machine.
Yeah, makes sense.
When we run out, we still have to make them. Making them by hand takes a lot longer and sucks. So an espresso martini, just because it's not hard, it just takes forever. And when you're busy and there's like 4 espresso martinis, you're like, no.
See, I don't have a least favorite drink to make. I have a problem when people order shots. Normally they'll come up and because you have to assemble all the stuff to go into the shots into a shaker, shake it up and pour it out into the shot glasses. Normally people want rounds of shots. They come up and grab 3, 4, 6, 10, whatever they're going to get. When somebody comes up and orders one mixed shot, I have to put together a whole thing to pour you this much liquid.
And then you drink the rest.
No, or when they're like, can we get 3? And then you're shaking. They're like, actually, can you make that 6? You're like, do it again. That's annoying too.
It happens constantly. Or people are like, let me get 3 of these super complicated drinks. And then you get like almost done. Can we get 1 more of those actually?
Because I don't know about you, because I'll do like 3. If it's the same drink, you could do like up to 3 in a mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if
Talking
like,
about
if someone goes, can I
bartending
get 2?
looks gay as shit. Just so you guys know. He's over here doing this. You're over here doing this, bro. Like you guys look gay as hell.
Well,
You tried to play Pokemon Go at a concert festival, country festival.
No, I did not. I didn't want to go to the festival. I just wanted to play Pokemon Go.
But you, in proximity wise, you tried to play Pokemon Go at a country festival. Shut up.
That's an oversimplification of the situation, but I will move on.
sorry.
Because oversimplification of this movement is not, the same thing.
Bro, you have been coming for my throat all night. And I think it's because I called you an asshole earlier.
You called me so many things for so many years.
That is
I don't
true.
call you that many things. Listen, dude. Who do you
How about that
think
harmonization?
in the world, as far as my closest friends, who do you think I'm the nicest to?
My mom.
Okay. Your mom is a proximity friend. I love your mom. She's basically my other mother. But I only know your mother because you and I are so good friends.
Off mic, you're super hella nice to me. I'll say that. Off mic.
That is true. I haven't even been that mean to you except for when we first started earlier.
Yeah.
And other than that, all I said was talked about was your rebel flag tattoo, and it's not mean to say something factual.
I will tell you, I'm so happy I'm here because I wasn't sure how I was going to be because my whole demeanor has changed this year with everything going on.
Huh?
So I'm trying my best to get back to the original me.
No, if we're going to talk about this. That's
nice.
funny because I'm a different person than I was a year ago completely.
Yeah?
So.
Tell me about it.
No.
Oh, okay. Don't tell me about it. I don't know what you do anyways.
That's a way more depressing conversation than this needs to be.
Oh. Well, no, it's it's trying to get back to the jokes and being funny again. And
I was more so just pointing out the similarities of growth over time.
Yeah.
I was trying to relate to you.
Oh, no, I know. That's why I said tell me about it.
No.
I wanted to hear.
You know what? I want to do?
What?
I want to ask you, are there any conspiracy theories that you really believe in?
That is a fantastic question.
Other than the whole election rigging thing.
Fucking journalism.
Which we've talked about at length, you know what I mean, off camera, so we don't have to get into that. So
that was a good one. Good burn. That's because I made that comment about you being nice, right?
Probably somewhere in the back of my subconscious, probably.
That's a great question.
Something about me is very wrong.
Oh, man. Let me think. Because I listen to a lot of, well, not so much anymore. But I used to listen to a lot of the last podcast on the left, and they do a bunch of conspiracy stuff. Let me see. Okay, I got one that I 100% think is real. I'm gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna sound so crazy.
Okay, before you get into this, I'm learning that by a large amount, people have these conspiracies that they 100% believe in, are very passionate about, but when you start asking them questions, they don't know a lot about it.
Oh, I don't know a lot about it. I just believe it.
Okay, what is it?
And then it's totally unbiased and unbiased.
I'm just trying to figure out how deep I can ask you questions about it.
So have you heard of those the military underground tunnels? and how they believe that, you know, how like a couple, was it last year or 2 years ago where they declassified a bunch of stuff and like we have a spaceship, you know?
Oh yeah,
and they
you worked with us when that happened.
Okay, so I couldn't remember when it was though. But a lot of people believe that the aliens are in those tunnels. Like that's I believe that. 100%.
You think the aliens are in the tunnels?
I don't know, but I think that they were when like I guess yes then.
Which tunnels? I'm confused.
Like there's like they're all over. They're like underground like tunnels, like not tunnels but like bases that are underground.
What do you mean like military
they
bases?
Literally drill like military bases that they drill. I know there's
like the Stranger Things like a mile underground type shit.
I believe they exist and I believe the aliens are in there. Boom. I could be proven wrong and I will actively admit I'm wrong if you got evidence to tell me. But from the stories I've heard about it, I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
I don't doubt the existence of aliens or underground bunkers. So, in fact, our government has lightweight told us both of those things exist.
That's why I believe that they were there.
So it's like, what do you mean they were there though? Like they were just chilling there? Like they were hanging out like, sup dude, give me a coffee? Or they were like, had corpses there, like the whole Roswell
like,
thing.
I hope it's the first one.
Working with the military government, like alliances, like
to do what?
Just like how we go to the UN.
Let me ask you a question.
Like representatives and stuff.
I have no facts to argue this, but
I don't have any facts to support it.
But I do have a train of logic I would like for you to follow me on.
Sure.
Will you commit to that?
Sure.
Okay. So, to make sure I understand, aliens were working in conjunction with the government in secret bunkers in order to help progress us internationally as a nation.
Yes, but I don't think it was just us. I think like the whole world.
They were influencing the world.
Because apparently these underground things are everywhere.
Okay. If you're an alien, right, capable of what right now to us is impossible space travel, meaning that your technology overall is just beyond our own comprehension. Why is it, and you're influencing this species, if you feel so inclined to influence the species, why would you not share technology with them?
I think they have.
You think they have? You think that an alien that can literally get from a different galaxy to here has already shared the type of information that they could?
Why else would they be in the tunnels?
I don't think they've shared everything they could. I think that there's some type of mutual, like, we're getting some type of technology from them or building structure info or like something from them in return for something. I don't know what it is. And I can't prove nothing. I just, you asked me what this conspiracy theory I believe in is that.
If there are aliens in the tunnels, though, the aliens are down there doing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is my point, though. You know what I mean? If you're going to share things if you're like, no, I'm going to help you guys get where you need to be intergalactically, the first thing you need to do is be able to establish communications with the rest of the intergalactic community, right? Sure. So why would you not put that immediately in the forefront of like, let's get to this?
How do you know they're not?
That's the thing. I think it's all done in secrecy. I will say this. The bigger question is, what do we have to offer them?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Slavery.
Maybe.
That's why
maybe there's something we're doing that,
you know, the Anunnaki, they wanted us to farm gold, okay? And they wanted us to farm gold because their atmosphere doesn't contain enough gold to sustain them, and their skin does absorb it. So that's why in the middle of like a random time in human history, we just started getting obsessed with shiny things.
Is that something you believe in, or did you make it up, or is that an actual conspiracy
That's
theory?
An actual conspiracy theory. It's largely based on a religion that is very, very misunderstood.
What religion?
And okay, so there's a theory, it's an alien creation theory. And it's the Anunnaki, which is a version of gods in the old Sumerian text in the Emerald Tablets, right? Mm-hmm. And they reference the people that like tore this, like, you know, the book people, that tore this shit and really like the public faces of this conspiracy theory. They really try to tether it into Sumerian myth because it's like the oldest living religion. And they're like, if we can get to the root, you know what I mean? We can get people to be like, no, the Sumerians believe that shit. So where did it come from? You know, but they definitely exaggerate a lot. And they also ignore, like they talk about the Epic of Gilgamesh, which was like 2 tablets. There was over 1,000 tablets discovered, and there's more because they frame it like they're gods. The Anunnaki was one group of gods among 3 groups of gods, and they mostly dealt with death. It had nothing to do with creation. So it's like really like a reach. But it's really interesting. I can send you some videos. It's fun to listen to.
Oh, I'd love that stuff.
The Sumerian religion in general is cool as hell.
Do you believe in lizard people? No.
I believe in people.
I don't believe in
I
lizard
believe
people.
in lizards.
I believe in aliens over lizard people any day of the
I
week.
think at this point, anyone who doesn't believe in aliens is dumb.
I agree with you on that.
I don't know
There's
how
no
at this point you
freaking way.
couldn't. Like, no,
They
aliens
literally
are real.
basically
It's so
told
stupid.
us they have alien stuff.
Again, I think it's plausible to argue that there is a possibility that there's not intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. That might be super rare, but even then, you're talking like if it only happens 1 in every 10 billion planets, it's still going to happen so many times.
I was getting ready to say, a good friend of mine always says that rare things happen in an infinite universe all the time.
Well, let me ask you this then. Do you think that it's actually an infinite universe and then there might be like other intelligent species, or that it's separate timelines? Like we have like string theory, like separate timelines.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about multiverse now.
Yes. Like,
Hey,
so
bro.
maybe it's not, maybe it's like not like there's another planet with smart people, or
Am I your science attack dog, dude?
are you about to destroy
No,
me?
dude, I'm
or
just gonna have a
maybe that
conversation.
it's actually like there is, but we have separate timelines going.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
And
depending
maybe in
on
this
which
timeline, Jupiter is.
if you're talking about timelines, what you're talking about is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, which means that every other universe is our universe. It's the same. There's just one aspect where you have 2 possibilities. Both of those possibilities occur, just one in one universe and one in the other, and the universe is split off. So when you talk about timelines, like, yeah, if there are universes that split off, like say there was a superposition, millions of years ago.
I got a superposition for you.
Yeah, I bet you do. That split off way long
Something
ago.
gets
That
split.
timeline could have produced completely different life forms, but we would not be able to interact with that in any way.
Well, what if all the timelines were surrounded in the vastness of space? So, like, we could, like, say one was
Space
going one way, one
is
was
part of what splits.
You think so?
Yes, reality includes space-time, and space. If it splits off, we don't have access in any way, shape, or form that we're aware of.
So it just comes completely separate.
Yeah,
from
like
everyone
In
literally, like
essence, time and
then there's
existence.
no way to hop it.
In
No.
essence,
Yeah.
time and existence are practically the same thing.
Okay, it was just a thought.
No, it's a good thought. I'm just saying, based on our current understanding and models of physics, which one of my favorite sayings in science is all models are wrong. Some of them are just useful.
So then, what about alternate realities? Would that be the same thing? Timelines?
It would
yeah,
be the exact
essentially,
same
like
thing.
you're talking about a different. So again, like I said, it depends on which version of the multiverse you want to go with. When you're talking timelines, you're talking the many worlds, and yes, that means the 2 separate timelines can no longer affect each other. But there is another version of the multiverse, which is sort of like it's more like a static, eternal universe where if you go far enough, like if you just travel in a straight line as fast as you can in one direction in our universe, eventually you won't leave this universe. You'll just stumble upon another copy of what's happening here. That being that the universe is so big, if it is truly infinite, eventually...
Almost like tracers when you like move your hand real fast.
Yeah,
There's another one.
eventually you would go far enough that events that you left behind are happening where you're going. So there would be another Earth with another you, but it's just literally like at that point, it's because you have gone so far away from where you were that there's only so many things the universe could do. And eventually what the universe is doing will repeat
How
itself.
does one even come up with that theory though, and have any type of support of because
There's no support for
it's just
any multiverse
like
theory.
theoretical,
Yeah.
like all of it.
You want to really get deep? You know how they say the universe is always expanding?
deep.
You know how the universe is
Yes.
constantly expanding. It's an infinite universe constantly expanding, right?
Right.
In
Maybe.
order to expand, there needs to be space around it in order for it to have something to expand into.
Bruh.
So let me ask you a question. What the fuck is around the universe?
Have you
What are we expanding into?
Have you seen the end? Do you remember Men in Black?
I saw the first 2.
Do you remember the end where they zoom out of Earth and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller?
was
And they're
the marble.
in a marble. Dude, that's what I like. Like, isn't that crazy to think about? We could just be a speck. Just like we have like atoms and things.
We could literally just be a molecule inside of another being's fucking bloodstream.
What if it was all cycled? And we just...
Have you heard of Zen Buddhism?
Yes.
They're not Scientologists.
Journalism, dude.
Journalism, where we at time-wise?
120.
120. Well, I think this is a good place for us to wrap up the Kazez.
Whatever the fuck you just said.
That was fucking journalism, bro. The casual episodes. So for our non-paid subscribers, which is everybody except Rizzo, this is it for you guys.
So we're doing the...
So why don't you
content.
do me a favor really quick? Tell everybody where they can find you and what you have coming up. Give them dates and stuff.
Let me get to my handy-dandy notebook. Yeah, you can find us on all the socials. It's the same. Spirit Board Band. If you do Spirit Board Band, it'll come up on every single. And we have a link tree on each one, so you can go back and forth between them. We've got Madison Theater, the interview/show, and we're the only one playing that. That's September 26th.
Will there be a crowd there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's also pay whatever you want to get in. So you can come for free.
So are they interviewing you backstage or are they interviewing you for the crowd?
Instead of a pit, there will be cameras, and they'll be on stage with us. And then we perform.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun setup.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with my stage presence, but we'll figure that out because I tend to go, but whatever, that doesn't matter. And then we're going, if you're in the Texas area from the 17th to the 20th, check us out. We'll be there.
Well, that's where you can find them.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me back.
It's so good to be here with you again.
It is good.
You gotta
I
come
miss you
back
guys.
more often, baby. We
Yeah.
miss you. At some point, spoiler for the fans, we need to do just like one big like old cast.
That
just
would
the
be
four
fun.
of us just chilling, just getting fucked up and being idiots for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just fucking no headphones, just chilling.
That would be great.
I think
I'd
that
love
would
it.
be a good time.
I'd have to take like the next day off so I could crash here.
Maybe October. We
fine.
might look into that.
Absolutely.
All right, baby boy. Thank you so much for coming in. You've been great.
Love you.
Y'all have been great. We've been great. Foreman, you got anything to add?
No, sir.
Shout out to Foreman Creative. We've been the MillSuck. This has been the Bump Yard. Foreman, if you don't mind.
As always.
Gang, gang.
Woo.